going to go over how to replace the window switches and the lock. A lot of times these switches break. They are replaceable independent from the left side and the right side. Also, this is going to be going over how to replace or remove the wood trim on the center console right here, because this wood trim has to come off to access these switches. You do have to take the shifter off. Actually, I take that back. You don't have to take the shifter off. You can actually just lift this up and work around it, but for clarity purposes, I'm going to go ahead and pop it off. You pull these straight back. Mine's broken, so pop that off. This comes right off. Now you can see in there a lot better. So you have actually 2 screws down here on the bottom that need to be removed to take off this wood trim. So remove these 2 Phillips head screws. Throw them right in the cup holder. Alright. And this would be to remove the wood trim. Lift straight up. Alright, now it's actually gonna be attached on both sides. So you have to unclip this. It's 2 different style clips underneath. One's on the left side is a 1 press to release, and on the other side you have to squeeze both sides and work it down. Now that you can see this better, this one here you press in on both sides like this to remove. That's on the passenger side. And then the other connector, you have just a single tab right here that you have to press and it'll slide straight down. This is not that SKE style, if you watch some of my other videos with the sliding style. Now here's my switch panel and wood trim. So if you're replacing the wood trim, you have to swap over the switches to the new trim. And if you're removing or replacing the switches, because a lot of times these toggles break off, you would need to remove this wood trim. So if you flip it over, this is actually how they're removed and installed. It's actually very simple. It's held on by a couple of plastic tabs. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. So simply push back and it releases, and it's caught right down here on a little tab, so it comes up and out, and that's removed. So if you had to remove the passenger side, that would be how to do it. And then the driver's side, same procedure. Press back, lift up, and then it comes right off the wood trim. You can't mix these up because one is much larger than the other. And then installation is just in reverse. Slide the back side in first, has a locator, and then it just locks right down. Very, very simple. Same thing, put it into the locator, press straight down, locks right in. Now if these tabs break, make sure they're both fully locked. If these tabs break, you'll be pressing on these buttons and it's gonna fall right inside here. So next thing to do is plug in passenger side first, and then fold it down so you can plug in the opposite side. Plug in the other side. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could just verify that everything works, turn your key on, and make sure all your buttons work. I'm going to go ahead and continue installing this. This actually just rests to the top first, and then straight down, and then you have the 2 screws. Install your 2 screws for the wood trim. Now if you have automatic, it's actually just as simple. I think I have a video on removing a shift knob from an automatic. Just put it in neutral, pull it straight back, give it a straight pull up to release that, and then the cover actually pops off just the same. There's a couple of plugs on it, just unplug those and you still have the same type of access to remove the wood trim and the switches. Need to put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on this. Remember to do that. Done.